Well, hello everyone. I'm going to take a little break from the usual cooking videos, and I'm going to work on something I tried making the other day, and it worked. I'm going to try and build one right now so you can see how I did it. We started doing some ice fishing around here, and we got an ice shack, and it comes with these ice anchors. They're pretty slick, although nearly impossible, I think, to put in by hand, but they make a little adapter for a cordless drill, and it's about 15 to 20 bucks depending on what brand you go with. So I came out the other day and started bending some metal and started welding, and welded myself one. See if I can't make one a little bit cleaner looking, but it does work. So it goes, this is just an old broken screwdriver bit, and this just slides in like that, sits in there, and then on your, I would use variable speed. Impact wrench is a little too fast, it's just kind of wobbly, but it does work, and I'll show you at the end of the video how well it does work. But I just started out with a piece of steel, 1/16 of an inch. This was a bracket for a table, just to make the table a little stronger underneath it. Just extra steel kicking around. I'm going to cut it, and then I'll cut this piece off, and then this will be where the actual part is here. We'll grind it down so it's not quite so big, cut it. Then we'll do some bending, and then we'll weld that on. And, should work out pretty well. Hopefully this one will be a little cleaner, a little nicer looking than that one. But if it gets the job done, then who cares, right? So I'll get this set up and we'll start back in. Alright, so I'm going to start out just by using my angle grinder. I'm going to cut it off right along this line here. I've got my face shield to protect my eyes. And just a 40 grit cut off. Just try and follow that line. I've got it in my vise here. So there we go, that's 2 inches wide or so. So about 2 inches wide. And then I'll just take the top off there. I'll get ready to bend it in just a minute. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the vise, and I'm going to grind out this hole here. It needs to be about 3/8, a little over 3/8 of an inch wide to accept that anchor. So I'm just going to take it, put it in my vise, and grind away until it fits. Trying to keep it centered, most importantly. Let's see, just trying to mark where I want to take it from. And then we'll fit it together a few times and see how it goes. I'll see how that fits in there. Not too bad. Maybe a touch loose, but I think it'll be alright. Next, we're going to take this down from about 5 inches down to about 3 3/4. So I'm just going to cut this piece off and then bend it over, and then I'll grind it down and get another drill bit, screwdriver bit, and we'll weld it on. Got it back in the vise, and then I'm just going to take that off. It's 3 3/4 in length. I'm just going to cut that off. Okay. Take those rough passes off. So that's where we are so far. That's where we're headed. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to bend it. I'm going to put it in my vise, and I bend it right there. So we want this opening to be about 3/4 of an inch. As luck would have it, I got it just right. It could probably be another 1/4 inch smaller, but we're going to go with that. So at about 2¼ inches. There. We're going to put it in the vise and give it a good bend. Get it started. And we're just going to close the vise down like so. See if that fits. Fits in there nice. Still comes out. I'll take this and trim these off, these little tabs off a little bit. I'll grind this off so the weld will stick a little better. I think that's looking pretty good. So flip it over and grind off the paint that's on here so the weld will stick a little bit better. Just a few touch-ups. It's looking pretty good. Already looking better than this one. A little cleaner, a little smaller, but plenty big still. So I'm just going to get a broken bit and I'll grind that, same reason, to clean it up, and then weld them together and give it a try. So I got this flathead bit. I'm just going to grind it a little bit, rough it up, clean it up, and then I'm going to go off the edge of it a little bit just because I want the weld to really kind of come out and be really big. So I'm just going to do this up and then we'll start welding. So ground around it and try and center that above the center of the hole, and that is the trick to this working well, is that being centered and it all spinning in balance and not shaking your drill apart. That's another advantage of using a variable speed, is you can go start a lot slower. So I'll get the welder set up and we'll get started on this. So my welder set up. I've ground a little bit of the back of it off just to get a good contact with the ground. I've got my old bit here. I'm just going to try and line them up and tack them together, and then I may clean it up and then go again and put another layer on there because there's going to be a fair amount of torque on this, so I'm going to make sure it holds. I'm going to start by tacking it on there and make sure that it looks alright before I really start welding it. Make sure it's straight. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going with this. I'll clean it up and then I'll do another layer, and then hopefully there's enough daylight left and show you how it works. Alright, the light's a little low, but my DeWalt has a light on it, so you'll be able to see what happens. So it seems to be spinning pretty good. Seems to be pretty well balanced. So this is my front yard. There's a bunch of ice out here from all the rain we've been getting. So this just goes in like this. Okay. And then you get it in there, and you just kind of go slow to start. Really slow. Work your way up. And then it kind of augers out the ice out of the way, and then it just gets really tight. And that drives it right in. I mean, that works great. And that's not coming out. But the beauty is they back out way easier. So at the end of the day, you can just take them out, put it back in, hand tighten it then. But these are really hard to do by hand, so hopefully this video helps. You know, I'm no welder. I'm a chef by trade. But I think welding is a great skill to have, even if you're not all that good at it. But there, $15, Just made it out of scraps, kicking around the house, and my welder. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope this helps, and get out there ice fishing.